everybody. This is Thinking Outside the Pod. This is a very special episode. In case you're wondering, this is my, I'm hosting this one as well. My name is Patrick. I'm here joined by
Jimmy.
And we're missing Welesiak this week.
Yeah, he's
flying to the moon on a Mexican rocket.
Yep. So, as you know, Mexican rockets don't have the best communication, so we can't
get a hold of them.
We can't phone them in. We tried, but we actually had the line already busy with our special guest.
Yeah. Oh man, we got a real treat for you guys this week. We got a chance to sit down and talk with the local band. We had a phone interview, sit down and talk. We were sitting down there, hopefully, yeah. And we're talking with a band from San Antonio, Texas called Fishermen. They've got a unique post. I don't know what they call it, like alternative sound, indie alternative sound.
Yeah, it's strange. I mean, it's
not strange. It's cool as hell, but it's just
good.
There's no way to really categorize them or like throw them into a certain genre. Is the way I'm thinking about it.
Yeah, it's different than what I've ever really heard before. I mean, it's
good stuff, man. Yeah, there's nothing around town that I really can put my finger and label them as, but They're about to go on stage tonight. They've got a show tonight, and they've took some time out of that to be able to sit down with us and talk about just some random questions about how they come up with their music, how they got the name, how they all met each other. And they've got some pretty kick-ass answers.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So we want to take a few minutes to say hi to Jimmy once again.
Hello.
And now we're going to go ahead and bring you the interview with Fishermen, guys.
Enjoy.
Very cool, man. Very cool. We want to go through and start asking you guys. Ask you guys first off some basic questions. How did you guys meet? How do you guys come about writing your music and stuff like that? But first off, let's start with how you guys met and how you guys came up with the name Fishermen.
We met in all sorts of various ways. We all were surfing eHarmony and.
Oh yeah, that's the way to do it.
We hit the like button. We all hit the same like buttons, and it was like, this must be a perfect six-way match.
Excellent.
Scavone and I, the bass player, our boy, and I played in the band together called Blowing Trees for like 10 or 11 years, maybe 12 years. We met, a lot of us, me and Omar met through, we used to get together with some buddies and feed homeless people under a bridge, and we both stayed downtown. He had just moved back from New York, doing music up there, and we met through a mutual friend. Jeremy and I met through a church that we were both going to at the same time, and then we met Eli through a coffee shop that he worked at. He used to work over at the Foundry. And all of us, or a lot of us, used to, a lot of people in our community and kind of in the social circle we hang in at that period in time, used to hang out there a lot. So me and Eli linked up. He was in the band, and we worked together on his band stuff. And then that's the same way that, and that's how we met Gabe, his little brother, through Eli. Yeah.
Excellent.
He's his little brother. They're related. We've never given anybody that specific of a rundown.
That's not bad, man. Actually, I used to get my coffee from the Foundry often back in the day. So, well, maybe a few years back. So, I mean, that place is rocking too, man. How did you guys come up with the name for the band, Fishermen?
That was the name. So when me and Scavone were still in Blowing Trees, sometimes I would just record stuff, and I always envisioned having another band. I knew some things about it that I was hoping to have some sort of like a family style band, but I didn't know much about it. But I would just record random songs and put them out under the name Fishermen. And one time, I don't think everybody here, but I know for a fact Jeremy was in on it. Yes, at the Blue Star show. We put together this random show a long time ago. I'm pretty sure Omar played too. And a bunch of other random people. It was, it was Wally Ted Wallace and the Fishermen, and the Fishermen at the time kind of comprised of like 10 or so kind of because it was one show, and so a lot of like Edwin kind of was the brainchild of like kind of like this. He had this sort of like opus of music strung out, and the Fishermen was sort of like
the orchestra that put it together, and it also comprises some of the present day members now. And then I think we ended up just kind of keeping that name, or how, like, I mean,
we played that show, and then Scavone started writing songs. And when Scavone was writing original songs, me and him decided that we were going to record under that name, or we were going to make music under that name. And we sought everybody out, I don't know, we knew everybody, and it just worked, you know? So,
why don't we just play music?
Yeah, exactly.
So it just kind of fell together.
Yeah.
What would you guys classify your music style as, man? We were just listening to some of the stuff online a minute ago, and trying to figure out what we would classify it as. But let's ask you guys that.
Yeah, as far as like a genre, because it's kind of out there.
Jeremy definitely wishes it was thrash.
I heard that in the background just a little bit. I was like, thrash.
We think, I mean, it's kind of a generic term nowadays because I think it kind of applies to everybody who's doing kind of anything, like, kind of, you know, across the board that's alternative. But I guess, like, indie alternative music, we definitely draw from a lot of soul music influences, and we draw from a lot of rock influences as well. So we just, I don't know, people ask us, we just say indie. Sometimes like indie soul, sometimes we say like indie rock. It really depends on the set that we're playing. Yeah, even like indie gospel, you know?
Indie goth, there you go. Depends on the bands you guys are jamming with.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever genre, Radiohead, Phoenix, Arcade Fire, Marvin Gaye, James Jamerson, the Beatles, the Temptations, and the Killers, like those music genres. It's not a genre. It's not a genre.
That works though, man. That was my next question. What were some of you guys' influences? And I guess you just named a few of them there, huh?
Yeah, everybody. I mean, we have a pretty dynamic taste in the band. Everybody really, so like, as individual musicians, everybody has it's a pretty wide array of influences, like how we all came up and how we've learned our craft and learned our individual instruments. As a whole, there's a few. We look to a lot of the really good Motown bands, and we look to like Michael Jackson for a lot of influence, and like The Boss, Stevie Wonder, whatever kind of like indie bands we think are really great. I'm a huge fan of Radiohead, and a lot of us are a huge fan of Radiohead. A lot of us are huge fans of the Beatles and stuff. I know that. I think ultimately the hope, or I think the vision for the band is like to whatever bands are like really great, and whatever music is really timeless, whether that's Beethoven, Bach, to Michael Jackson, to the Beatles, to Radiohead or Arcade Fire, like whatever is timeless and classic, and you know, has that kind of magical thing that is going to be relevant for a long time. We try to draw from all those bands, but I think a lot of us came up playing in church, so there's definitely like a gospel and soul
kind of
influence.
undertone. Kind of like a gospel-ish undertone, like underlying everything else.
If we can sneak it in, absolutely. We put as much gospel in there as we can afford to.
Well, I mean, it sounds great, man. How do you guys go about writing the songs? Is there like somebody who starts it off and like everybody finishes, or like do you guys just come up with the stuff at practice, or how does that go? It's
different every time, you know. Sometimes someone will just be playing a riff, or like we'll be jamming, or two people. It could just be two people are playing, and we'll hear it, and everybody will know. We'll be like, okay, like keep playing that, and then we'll all jump together, or we'll all jump on board with that. Sometimes somebody will bring something that they've kind of composed the whole thing, you know. I know Scavone, there's a few songs that there's been, Scavone brought a bass line that was like literally a whole song, which is a weird way to write, but it was kind of like a whole song on a bass line. We just built stuff around that. Everything is different, and we just kind of, we try not to pigeonhole ourselves or box in the way a song comes about, you know? So I couldn't tell you exactly the method. We'd have a really long conversation.
You guys have the song "Fall" on your Bandcamp page. Have you guys released that album that was coming along with that?
We have 2 EPs that are on the near horizon. One of them is called Future Wives, and the other one, well, we're not sure. The working title right now is Price, but it's an album with a little bit more of a pop aesthetic to it, and that will contain the song Fall. And then we're actually shooting a video right now with Daniela Rojas.
Oh, from what is it, Feminex?
Feminex, yeah.
Yeah. That's a very cool group too, man, here in town as well.
Yeah, they were over. Her and Alex were over at the house this morning for tacos.
Yeah, excellent. They're 2 very cool people, man.
Right. Down here at the fishermen's.
Yeah, we did their EP was done over here at the Ashby House, as a matter of fact.
Excellent, man. That rocks, man. It's always good to see local artists working together like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah, definitely. Let me see here.
As far as like we were just talking about local bands, what are some of the local bands that y'all jam with, or that you like opening for them, opening for you? Who can you recommend that's local out there that's that you guys like?
BB, Pop.
Yeah.
Colleen. I think Pop Pistol for sure. Dear Vibes. Colleen's another really good, underrated local band. We played Michael J and the Foxes, and
That's a great name.
Last Nighters. There's several that we kind of look up to. Definitely Kevin Sanchez from KRTU and from At War with Us. And then Verisimilitude. Those kids are like, they look up to Edwin a lot.
Oh yeah, Verisimilitude and what'd you say? Oh yeah, White Elephant.
White Elephant, yeah.
I meant to say White Elephant, but you just said Verisimilitude. Film strips. Yeah, Chris Madden and film strips. There's a lot of the old generation cats, Buttercup, Marcus Rubio, all those guys. We Leave at Midnight and
More Sork if
you were listening to them today. So there's a lot of other bands that have been around in the scene that we don't play with them as much, but they're still, they're still relevant, and we look up to those guys a lot.
Definitely.
Chris was actually a big influence in my musical life. Playing with him in Blowing Trees was a really big deal. Extremely special musician, and you play with anyone for that long, you're going to be influenced by him. And Madden is he's just one of those special guys, talented.
Definitely. Have you guys? What's been like the best show you guys can remember playing?
Oh, they want to Sam Furter joint.
Yeah, somebody else can have to remember that from that. It all really Oh, 502 Christmas show. 502 Christmas show. Sure.
The Christmas in Narnia.
Yeah, we played the Christmas in Narnia, parts 1 and 2, and at the end of the very end of the album, we did a reprise of the Christmas in Narnia part 2 that you can listen to on our Bandcamp. Mm-hmm. But we did it version, Bob O'Reilly, the Who song.
Yeah.
So we played out the words for Teenage Wasteland. We said it's Atomic Christmas. Yeah, and it was like, don't cry, close your eyes, it's just a Christmas.
That rocks, man.
That's awesome.
That isn't bad at all.
We have footage of that. You can Google it. You can find it online. It's pretty good.
I'm gonna have to. We'll look up the video and we'll post it on the post when we post this. We'll have the link to it so people can go and we'll check out the video as well. Do you guys have any like horror stories, like about the worst place you've ever played at?
The worst show we've ever played?
I'm still the 5 bucks through Christmas.
Yeah.
The same show.
Like, well, it was the best and the worst.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like
You don't want to throw anybody under the bus.
Well, no, and it's not even. Yeah, it's like I don't really remember.
You don't want to like say a venue's name. Oh man, we had like the worst time. Let's fill in the blank.
They'll never.
Yeah.
You'll never play there again. Oh no.
Well, could you just tell us a little bit about like how the night went? You don't have to drop any names, you guys.
I would say there's been a couple of nights where like the band just for like whatever reason for whatever reason we've all been like really tired. The worst shows are generally ones where like we're all feeling kind of like cranky and we're just not all excited to be there because we don't really care. We'll play at a place with crappy sound. We'll play if we don't play with a nobody in the crowd. But if we're like all like
no one's feeling.
Yeah, if no one's feeling it, or like for whatever reason, there's a thing in the band that we haven't talked out. Like that,
just bring gummy bears.
Yeah, so we're gonna bring candy.
I get pissed about candy.
Those are normally the worst shows. We can pretty much muscle through anything. We've had Jeremy kick through his kick drum. That was still a good show. We've had that was completely shut off. That was still a good show.
Actually, one time, Omar had like a complete technology breakdown on one side, and like something got unplugged, and he had so many wires, and it was just tough to like. Yeah, so that's pretty good. You've kicked through a kick drum. Your pedals are fried from gone out on stage. Omar's like master system has gone down.
80% of the stuff that we produce.
Yeah, those are like pretty big, isn't he? Like, I mean, I played like a half a set, like a half step out of tune. That was pretty.
No.
On a song you like.
All that to say, we generally muscle through it. There's not too much that like bogs us down. We're not easily discouraged, and we're not easily like we try to. We're pretty resilient dudes, and we try to keep smiles on our faces and push through it. So
when something like that breaks down, you guys just like turn to like dancing or like just movement.
I'm gonna have to go on record and say that Jeremy flipped everybody off with a frown, with his lovely wife condoning it behind him.
All right, hey man, we won't keep you guys much longer than we need to. Can you want to go ahead and remind us about the shows you guys coming up in October?
We've got a show at Nosa Fest. It's gonna. I honestly, I'm gonna have to look back on my phone to find the name of the venue. It's out in Goldberty. I know it's gonna be at Texas Rodeo Company, which is a huge stage, it's a huge venue. It's like 4,000 people. They expect anywhere from 3,000 to 5,000 people out there. Miko Fish Trap, who is just incredible, and Becca Kelso, who is literally the real deal. Is that she sounds like Lauryn Hill. She raps, she sings, and she's like on point 100% of the time. She's going to be out there. All the proceeds go to benefit the San Antonio Food Bank, and you get a discount if you bring cans. And I don't know what else to say about it, but it's going to be good. And it's really for the environment and the stage and everything. It's a really cheap show. So we never play that north. If any of your people who listen or follow you guys, if they live that far north, we're rarely out there. So this would be a great opportunity for them to get out there and check us out.
Excellent. Well,
Awesome.
We'll definitely push that.
Yeah, definitely. We'll look it up, and we'll get all the information posted on our podcast, and definitely, we'll push it out on our social media. Yeah, that sounds like an awesome show.
Yeah, man. I'd like to thank you guys for hanging out with us and talking with us for a few minutes here. I'd like to thank eHarmony for bringing all you guys together because you guys are making some wonderful music.
We can't do it unless eHarmony cuts the check. Yeah, we don't.
Definitely, man. Definitely. Well, you guys have a great show tonight, man. Rock out, and I'll get in contact with you. We'll look forward to seeing you guys soon, man.
Yeah, man, please come out and feel free to introduce yourself to anyone in the band. We would love to shake y'all's hands, and we really appreciate you taking the time to get to know us and showing us a little bit of appreciation, showing us some love. And so, yeah, please do, man. If you guys are ever at a show, let us know. If you're going to come out in advance, text us. You have our number, and we'll try and put you on the list if we can. And we'd love to meet you guys and hang out with you. So,
definitely, man. You guys sound like a great time out there, man.
Same here. Yeah, definitely.
We'll have a good show, you guys, and we'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks.
All right, you too, brother.
Thanks, man.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah. There we go. Fisherman.
Yeah, fisherman.
Yeah. We'll get the links and everything, and post up there on their Bandcamp. They have
that video for the Christmas show.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I've seen some of it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
I listened to Christmas in Narnia, that part 1 and part 2 that they were talking about on their Bandcamp. They have the link up on there. It sounds good. I
saw some of it, man.
Like
I haven't
was
seen the whole one.
Because whenever you were talking about setting up the interview, I just would play that, and then I would just be browsing, and I found myself actually really liking
down.
it. Yeah. So, and I'm not much for modern alternative music.
I kind of dug him, man. I heard him. I don't even remember when I first heard of him. It wasn't that long ago, man. I'm relatively these guys are relatively new to me.
Mm-hmm.
But I remember as soon as I heard them, they just had like a certain sound that I hadn't heard in a while.
Yeah.
And it's kind of acquired taste. Like when you heard one of the guys in the background yelling that they label themselves thrash. I've had that same kind of feeling before. I played with some bands that are, a little more mellow than I'm used to, but it just fucking sounds good. So, I mean, as long as you have the dynamic working between all the people, why the hell not? You know?
Yeah. It's indie soul, you kind of get that. It's kind of like melodic and like atmospheric at times.
Yeah.
But at reggae at points, like his voice kind of sounds, or at least edges on that a little bit. But I mean, it's just
there's just so much stuff. It sounds like that it's hard, even for them, I guess, to kind of define it as one certain type or not.
And I've only heard like a few of their 3 or 4 of their songs that they have available online.
Yeah, I've been listening to that Fall song on the Bandcamp. That one's a pretty good song. That's probably like my next favorite song that they've got out. They said they had another EP or 2 EPs. They said they're working on.
They're working on one, and that Fall's going to be on that second one that's coming out. So
yeah, we got to get a hold of those, man. Maybe one of these days we can all get a day off and go out and see these guys. That'd be fucking awesome.
But awesome. Not the audio wasn't always good, but I mean it was a
good time. Yeah. You guys get the feeling through of what they were trying to put across. You know?
Exactly. Yeah, that's really all it's about.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot of great bands here in San Antonio, guys. We're based in San Antonio, Texas. This just happens to be one of them. We're going to put all the links up to the stuff that we can find online so you guys can check them out and get to hear them as well. But I tell you what, if you guys ever get an opportunity to see them, take it. I would. You guys will hate yourself in the morning if not. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely.
But, this is episode number...
This will be 33.
33. Lucky number 33.
every episode number is
every episode's a lucky episode.
Yep, 33.
Well,
11 times 3.
Yeah, definitely. It's just too bad actually Fisher wasn't here to talk with these guys either. I know he doesn't usually say much when we do interviews, but maybe he would have connected a little bit.
Especially his name. Like he would have been like, "You're my people."
Yeah, maybe we would have called him Welsiak instead. That way, they
might have changed her name to Welsiak, man.
Oh no, I hope not. That's Fisher's name or Foster's name. But yeah, man, these guys got 2 EPs coming out. They've got the videos on YouTube. Check that out. They've got a show in Bulverde on the
25th of October.
We'll find some flyers or we'll post up the events and stuff like that on our Facebook so you guys can check that out also.
Yeah, we'll check. We'll
Fisherman at Facebook. Look up that.
Yeah, we'll get all the links. As of right now, I don't know what they are, but I'll get this description all written up and...
Yeah, I'm definitely going to make an effort to get out to one of these guys' shows. They sound like a great time, man, just listening to all them talk in the background like that, even like they all had answers, you know?
Yeah.
But that's our episode for this week, you guys. check out Fisherman online. We'll be posting the stuff up so you guys can check it out there. Check out our social media, our Facebook, our Twitter. We're already up to like, what, how many followers?
We're over 100 on our Facebook, and we're almost at 1,000 on Twitter.
Oh, shit. Facebook fans, y'all got to catch up.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
what's going on Facebook?
You guys got to catch up, dude.
But yeah,
Seriously.
definitely. So yeah, if you haven't liked our page or followed us on Twitter, definitely do that. Just so you know what's coming up and what's going on.
I'll tell you what, let's pick some random people, some random new likes or followers on Facebook or Twitter, and we'll get your email and we'll send you some stickers and stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We have a bunch of stickers. So
Yes, we're going to make it worth your while. Go to Stitcher and iTunes and download, subscribe, listen, share.
comment.
Tell all your friends
that.
about it. Tell everybody about it. If you have a plane, write it in smoke in the air. And
Tell your enemies.
yeah, man, even if you know, everybody loves us.
Tell strangers in the street.
Tell strangers. You know how they always said not to talk to them? Well, we're giving you the right to talk to strangers.
Don't talk to strangers. Just promote our podcast to strangers.
Yeah, that's not really talking. That's just, it's promotions. It works.
Yeah. So it's different.
But yeah.
Offer kids free candy when they come near.
Dude, whoa, Jimmy, no,
Just,
man,
just
no.
tell them about our podcast.
Hey,
tell them about the podcast.
Nope, wait,
Yeah.
that's TMI, Jimmy. We don't want anybody to know that.
That's our trade secret.
Yeah, no, we don't want to get on that list. With vans with no windows list. But anyways, man, I like to thank the band Fishermen for taking time out. They go on tonight at 10 o'clock. Or they have a show tonight at 10 o'clock, but they took some time out to sit and talk with us. I'd like to thank them once again for taking time out before their show to hang out and give us a little, insight to how they make their music, how they got their name, and who they are as a band. I'd like to thank eHarmony once again for bringing them together because they got a great sound.
Without them, we wouldn't have.
What did they say? We all like the same thing.
Yeah, the same thing, and just matched them.
It matched them all up together. That was the funniest thing I've ever heard, man.
Nice, yeah.
We'd like to thank everybody. I'd like to thank Jimmy for being a part of this.
I will accept your thank you,
yeah.
and I will give you
you
a
can
thank you
have
as
your
well.
dinner now, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, oh man, my reward.
Yeah, me too. I got a half of it back here somewhere. But I'd like to thank Fishermen once again. Check out their Facebook. Look at our Facebook, Twitter. We'll have links to everything. We'll have links on this post. And thank you guys for hanging out with us and listening once again.
Peace.